Hello, welcome to Instagram Live here at Ivester Contemporary. Today we are going to be doing an artist chat with the incredible Essentials Creative. I may be an unfamiliar face to you. If you have joined us before on these chats, you would know Kevin. My name is Kristen, though, and I am here today and so excited to be doing this for the first time. I am the gallery assistant here at Ivester Contemporary, and I'm so excited to be chatting with Essentials Creative today about their amazing show, Interwoven Throughout Eternity. So, hello to all of you. Oh, it's so cool to see everybody joining. Okay, I am going to turn this camera around and invite Misa and Fabian to join us, and we'll kick this off in just a second. Here are some of the amazing works that are part of the show that we'll be talking about. Here we go. Just kidding. All right, this is a work in progress. We can do this. Okay, here we go. I found the button. You're on this journey with me. I have invited Essentials Creative to join us. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hey. Turning my camera back around. Hi, how are you, Misa and Fabian?
How are you?
Hello.
Good. Thank you for joining today. It's so good to see you.
Super good to see you. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you again.
I know. It's awesome. So just to introduce what we're going to be talking about, this is Interwoven Throughout Eternity here in the project space at Ivester Contemporary. Your incredible show on through the 23rd of October. We're so glad to be sharing it with everybody. And if you would be willing, would you two just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the show and how it came to be?
Yes, absolutely. My name is Misa Yamamoto. I'm from Tokyo, Japan, and I've been living in Austin for about 10 years. In the Essentials Creative, I focus on art direction, animation, and kind of layout part.
Beautiful.
My name is Fabian Villa. I focus on art direction, digital photography, collage, and social media for Essentials.
And then we have two more main members in different cities. Steven Casanova, he's a videographer, lighting person living in San Antonio. Sixto Zavala, he's a art director, illustrator, exhibit designer based in London, UK.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, in the past, Essentials, like we have worked with many different collaborators depending on project, and yeah.
That's great. Yeah, and so can you tell us a little bit about this project, Interwoven Throughout Eternity, what you were thinking when you began and made it, and anyone else who collaborated or was part of it as well?
So Interwoven Throughout Eternity is the work we created during quarantine, thinking about isolation and our mortality. It's a reminder for ourselves to live in the present moment. Because during the quarantine, we were trying to think about like fear of past or future, but then we realized we kind of had to live day by day. So that was kind of a theme. And since we couldn't be all together physically, we intended to create a sense of community through our images, if that makes sense.
We photograph all the images and the digital collages and make and illustrate the graphics. So there are different fragments and moments of our time working together as Essentials. We layer and merge everything, exploring the figurative, still life, color, texture, thinking about creating our own universe, creating new memories, and discovering ways that things are interwoven.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the idea of this coming out of a time of isolation and really the impulse to create a sense of community around it. And in an earlier conversation that we had, you all shared some really interesting thoughts about how that community might be created with inspiration from the natural world and rhizomes. And can you talk a little bit about that part of your thinking?
Yes.
Yeah, the idea for Centrist Creative is inspired by the concept of the rhizome as a metaphor for a community and an underground network that has no hierarchy. So it's an underground stem that's more organic and fluid. It's less rigid. It's not like a tree that grows branches. We're more like grass, mycelium, or ginger.
Mm.
So that really inspires us to get involved with the marginalized communities and grow in our way, an organic way, and at our own pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like one essential image can involve many different collaborators like models, makeup artist, stylist, or fashion designer, set designer, photographer, videographer, post animator. So it's kind of like they don't have to live here. They could live anywhere in the world and collaborate with, online, virtually, or I don't know. Yeah.
So it's organic and it's kind of like the internet. You can't really shut it down. It will keep growing and growing and multiplying.
Right.
Just inspires us for our collaborations.
Yeah, that is such an awesome part of your process, that there is this sense of like it reaching beyond just the two of you, beyond just Austin, and being this like global network. I love that idea. Can you talk a little bit about how that has come into these works that we're seeing in this show in Interwoven? And any, the models you mentioned, that you worked with models, and speak a little bit to that idea.
The models they're not part of the collective. They're just people that inspire us locally, or we find them on social media. They're usually more professional models since it's easier to work with them versus someone that's a little bit more amateur. And we one of us starts the project, and then we pass it back and forth.
That's cool. Yeah. What? And
so the thing is, we understand inclusivity, but I know it's really we cannot never fully satisfy like marginalized community. But we take on this challenge when we are going through the process. So we try to reach out more people and photograph. Like since this is hopefully everything's settled down and we can actually photograph people in person. We can't wait to do that. People.
So for the creation of these images, were you working with people who were not in the same room as you?
This image we photographed like one time earlier this year.
After we got vaccinated,
nice.
We started doing in-person shoots again.
Cool.
One way we tried to be more rhizomatic was doing photo shoots remotely also. That we did for our quarantine. But for this one, it was just more of our regular practice of photographing in studio and then doing our digital collages, merging it with the natural images of like botanical images and images of fish, and for a more cosmic kind of vibe.
Right. Well, and that has been something that's been so fun to engage with folks who come and visit, is like that sense of discovery around what those natural elements are and how they're combining with these other figures. And, what is your selection process like for bringing those images together? Might be a tricky question.
Well, I guess it goes to like the basic elements like focusing on color and texture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, especially this fish. This is a
Mm-hmm.
fish, and I always wanted to take photo of fish. It's just I'm I love eating fish. I just grew up with fish, so when I do like still life, I always wanted to do fish. And because of quarantine, we couldn't take photo of the person. We like finally I got to get to fish to take photo. So this is a ridiculous way to say that. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
The texture and color and yeah, it's just.
Guess we're really inspired by that title, the song "Cosmic Ocean." So that was just one way of
Where,
doing that. Yeah.
of getting inspired and making the work. That is so cool. So one of the things right behind me, there's the NFT that's part of the show. Can you talk a little bit about this NFT and what the difference is between an NFT and like printed examples of your work, like we're seeing over here?
I guess sticking with the theme of the rhizome, the NFTs are part of the internet. They are permanent and forever.
Mm.
The lifespans should outlive the prints. The NFTs are more. They will outlive the print. Although prints are more temporary, and they each have their own value. But the NFTs are stored on the blockchain, and they have royalties built into the code, which is really important for artists when they get sold in the secondary market.
Mm-hmm.
So just keeping the rights with the artist. I think that's the importance of the NFT.
Yeah.
I think it's very exciting things happen for digital artists because we created the digital art and it put on the social media, but it doesn't mean rights. Social media will own the rights of the whatever the post we put it up.
Mm-hmm.
By NFT, you have like royalty to yourself, which is something remarkable, right? Don't you think?
So that one's called the Wheel of Fortune. That's the NFT we'll be dropping on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's so exciting. It's awesome to see the digital version of that, and then to be able to look at the still version. I'm just curious, how did you think about like animating it or bringing motion to it?
So the first step is to make the digital collage, and then the animation comes after.
Mm-hmm.
That's the simplest way we can think about animated versions of our work.
How?
So that one's called the Wheel of Fortune. So it just seemed natural to make that spinning background, representing the cycle of life, the elements, and eternity.
Yeah, that's so cool, and connecting back to that title of the show, which is awesome. So in the simplest way, how can people collect this NFT, and how is that different, say, than collecting one of these printed pieces?
The simplest way to buy an NFT is to download and sign up for a crypto wallet like Coinbase wallet or MetaMask. Now you can probably use a credit card and buy directly, or you can get into crypto and start learning how to transfer money to wallet.
Cool.
The wallet gives you access to the blockchain and it stores your NFTs.
That's great. It's like a whole other world out there in the crypto world. It's awesome.
I guess the best thing about it is like it's another opportunity for niche communities to find your work and build a fan base around it.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened for us yet, but we're going to be dropping this on Saturday, and hopefully we'll get more eyes on it.
Absolutely. Well, and I'm so glad you just mentioned Saturday. So, can you speak a little bit about what dropping it looks like? We're going to be here from 7 to 9. Folks can join us. And yeah, what is that going to be like?
So when you drop an NFT, you want to basically upload it online when the gas fees are the cheapest. So somewhere around midnight or later, we'll drop the NFT, and then later that day we'll be there for the show for the physical part of it.
Yes, we'll be there 7 to 9. DJ.
Pink Star will also be
Yeah.
there playing some tunes.
It's going to be a
I'm
party.
excited.
I
Yes,
know.
I hope I could see everybody, and I just miss seeing everybody. So I don't know. I'm excited. Hopefully everybody comes out to check
Absolutely.
out our show.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. I can't wait to see you on Saturday. I can't wait to have people come and engage with the show and Pink Star. And it's just going to be great. Thank you for taking the time to do this today.
No, thank you so much for this opportunity. And yeah, we really appreciate Ivester Contemporary. So thank you.
We appreciate you and we love this show. And we're so glad to be sharing it. So thank you so much. A final look at Interwoven Throughout Eternity. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you to everybody who's watching and supporting us and thinking about this. So have a good one. Thank you again, Misa and Fabian.
Thank you.
Bye. See you later.
See y'all.